I've come to take the money that is owed to me, my boy.
Don't even try it. That's money my father left to me, and it's not even mine anymore anyway. I promised myself I was gonna give it to the poor.
Whose money are you giving away to whom, kid? This is my money. Your father owned it on paper, that's all.
No. How could that be? My father never mentioned anything like that to me.
You wouldn't have understood things anyway. That's why he didn't tell you.
Anyway, let's get back to our business. Since you didn't want to join our family, you'll have to give back every penny of it.
I don't think I understand exactly what you mean. I already told you. The money's no longer mine. I can't give it.
All right already. Don't be difficult. I'm losing my patience. These guys won't show you any pity. If you want to live, you'll do what I say. Come on, damn it!
No, I can't do it. I will not sign those papers.
That's up to you. I'll be in the car waiting your decision.
We didn't want to rough you up like that, but you insisted.
He's seen one too many movies. I guess he wants to be a hero.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's finish
This is what you wanted.
Take that. Even if you kill me, you'll never get any of the money. You understand me now, don't you? How can I give you money that isn't even mine? The money isn't mine. That money is needed for the weak and the poor.
You are freed now. From that money and those men.
Good then, that's settled. Amazing. I don't feel any pain. But I swear I was just shot.
You will no longer feel any pain, Kerem Ozden. Your body has completed its duty. Its time on Earth has ended. The test of life is over, and your life in eternity has begun. Now is the time of reckoning.
You mean I died?
You are dead, Kerem Ozden. Your life is at an end.
No, it can't be. There's still things I have to do. To be a better person, I need more time to earn the mercy of my Lord. I need more time. I can't die. I mustn't die.
Get up, damn it! He's full of it. He's just plain dead, right? Get up, damn it!
Please don't. Don't kill me.
He's dead, man. He's dead.
No, man, he can't be dead.
He's dead, man.
What are we gonna do? We need him alive.
I'm right here.
Well, he's dead
I'm
now,
not dead.
boys. He's dead.
You murdered the poor guy, you idiot!
Don't just stand there arguing like that. I'm not dead. I'm right here. Look.
Damn it! He's really dead.
Wait for me, boss. Wait a minute. Hey, wait for me.
My God. My God, please forgive me. Allah, forgive me, please. I had just started on my path. I couldn't do what I had to do. I'm trembling with fear.
In this place, people tremble. A place of hope for those starting on their journey, and of rejoicing for those who did well on their journey.
And for those who tripped and fell on the road?
There is a steep slope and a fearful hole, a most dreadful pit, from which there is no return.
Because I wasn't sure what would happen. I was always afraid to die. I didn't think I was ready. I guess I knew it would come suddenly, but I'm still amazed.
There is no use in being afraid or surprised by death. This is the road of safety for those who waver between fear and hope in life's delicate balance.
I think I'm starting to feel something slowly again. I was beginning to understand the deep pleasure of being a beloved creature of Allah. But as you see, I'm not quite ready for this yet.
It is more important for travelers to find the truth at the start of the right road than at the end of the wrong road. The travelers are rewarded according to their intentions, my son.
You think I am on the right road or on the wrong road, sir?
I do not know that. But we will have a look. Like a cassette, we will rewind it and watch it from the start together.
Like a confrontation?
Yes. A confrontation like no other, my son.
I learned so late. I lost so much time. The pleasures of this world, they blinded me. They misled me. Boy, oh boy. Did my favorite chef make the world's best mushroom omelet again?
Oh, of course I did, son. We didn't have mushrooms, so I went all the way to the market in the morning to get some for you.
Of course you went, Mom. You spoil me like a baby.
Well, my big boy is going to be topping his class at the university. Can I walk for a half an hour just
Thanks,
for him?
Mom.
Come on now.
I'm not the valedictorian or anything. I'm just first in the department.
You don't know how to promote yourself at all, do you? If you're first, and that's it. We're just so proud of your success, my boy, and we want you to enjoy it too, okay? Show off a little, son. Show off a little.
Kerem doesn't brag. My son is a modest boy.
Of course, he takes after you. Listen, here's my advice. If you're not a sly devil like me, you can't survive in this business.
Chetin, don't confuse the boy's mind like that.
Why not? Until today, I don't think he ever really cared how his father managed all these huge enterprises. But from tomorrow morning on, he'll be involved in the business world too. I will teach my boy all the sly tricks of the real estate business.
Don't you listen to your father. You do what you think is best, Kerem.
All right, Mom. Let's just get through this graduation ceremony.
God willing.
Come on, Gulshen. I think you're going a little overboard.
I don't know, Chetin. When I saw Kerem making his speech up there in his cap and gown, it felt so strange. I can't describe it.
Now I wish you hadn't been at the top of your class, Kerem. Look, your mother's losing it because of you.
Come on, Dad. You keep saying the same thing. I was only first in my department.
Department, school, what's the difference anyway? Give me your glass, son.
No, Dad. I'd rather not drink.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me. You can have a drink. Have one drink at least.
No, thanks, Dad. I have to drive tonight. I'd rather not drink now.
Come on, leave the boy alone, Chetin. Lord knows you'll be drinking enough for the both of you.
Don't go spoiling things for me, Gulshen. It's the same thing every night. I work like a mule, so I should be allowed to live like a human being, all right? And tonight is a special night, isn't it? Come on, give me that glass, Kerem.
All right, Dad. Look, I'll have a drink. Don't get stressed. Okay. To your health.
To yours too, my big grown-up son. You'll be the slyest guy in the business. The slyest!
Evet doğru söylüyorsun. Hep ihmal ediyoruz. Gitmemiz gerek.
Look at this guy. A grown-up man and you don't even know how to take a drink, do you?
Well, you just get me home in one piece, mister, or else I'll be holding you both responsible.
Oh, come on. You'll be fine. Come on, son. Come on. Now, where is our car? Should be right around here. I'll take
Here you
those
are.
keys.
Dad, let me drive.
I'll drive. I'm fine, boy. Don't you treat me like some drunk.
Please don't say that, Dad. I didn't mean anything. Let me drive, okay?
No way. Didn't I buy you the car you wanted? You go drive that. I'll drive my own car myself.
Chetin, please let the boy drive. Look, you can barely even stand.
Orders from on high. Okay. You drive then, Kerem. Your mother wants it that way, so come on and open the door for me.
There you go.
Son, turn on the radio, will you? I'm in the mood for some music.
If we only can get home, for God's sake.
There's a gas station around here. We'll just fill up the tank there, okay?
We have gas, Dad. We don't need it.
If I say let's do it now, we'll do it now, damn it!
Chetan, did you take us out to celebrate or to torture us with your terrible manners?
All right, Dad. All right. We'll get some.
It was completely the other driver's fault. It'll be in my report. My sympathies. May God give you strength, sir.
That's easy for you to say. My wife is gone. God can keep his strength if I can have my family back.
Mom?
Karam?
Mom?
My baby, are you okay?
Seville, go get the nurse and tell her he's awake.
Dad? Hey, Dad. What happened? Mom? Is Mom all right?
We've lost your mother.
No. No, Mom. Mom. I did it. It was all my fault. My fault. All my fault. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Please. All right.
It's all my fault.
Please calm down.
I felt guilty for my mother's death. And because I was the cause of it all, I rebelled against my fate.
Trying to rebel against fate is like trying to break an anvil with a feather.
My mother was a good person. She was like an angel. I couldn't handle the death of such a good human being.
Death is not just for the wicked, son. It is for everyone. Life is a grace given to mankind, a unique and sacred gift. And it is a gift given without any exchange. He who gives life has the solitary right to take it back. But is death all that bad?
Without Allah, heaven, and all of the prophets, you think death is nothingness. When it's like that, the death of good people is painful.
If you were to lose those all-important beliefs, life becomes a total confusion. It becomes an unbearable agony of separation from whom you have lost, becoming a search for meaningless ways to comfort your earthly pains.
But when someone thinks he's caused his own mother's death, none of this has any meaning for him anymore. He just can't understand all this anger. Hey, Dad.
Huh?
I'm going out.
You going out again? What's up with you going out every single night?
So what? Can't I go out and have some fun with my fiancée?
Of course you can. But can a man take care of his father's business once in a while? Don't you think you're taking it a little too far?
Why don't you just take a look at yourself? You're already drunk at this hour.
What the hell should I do but be drunk? How else can I run away from the pain of your mother?
You can take it from me. A person who has killed his own mother has nothing else he can do but be drunk. Then the waiter said, "Please, sir, get off the table and sit on the chair. That's what they're there for."
Man, how do you get into these things?
Well, it's simple, really. Look, I drink. Alcohol raises a man's intelligence. If you drank as much as I do, you'd be just as funny, right? All right. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cheers!
Karam, haven't you had enough tonight?
If you had killed your mother like I did, Seville, I bet you'd be in even worse shape. I'll bet you'd lose your mind, right?
Good night, Karam.
you going, babe? We were just kidding around. We were just having some fun. Seville? Seville? Hey, Seville!
This kid is off his rocker.
Yeah, but what he went through was pretty tough.
But he went a little overboard, bro.
Seville? Seville! Baby, what is it with you?
Leave me alone, Karam. I can't believe you talked to me like that in front of them. You made fun of me. That hurt my feelings.
Come on. Whatever. Take off then. See you later, princess. So you were ashamed. So don't be ashamed. Why should you be ashamed?
All right, he's out. Let's roll him. Come on.
Oh man, look at the money on this guy.
What? Where's his wallet?
I'm looking, pal.
No
Relax.
wallet, but this guy's got loads of money.
Hey! Leave that man be! What'd you say, Pops? You want to? Come on, sharing the spoils.
Listen, guys. Don't you even fear God at all? Stop this nonsense.
Who do you think you're talking to? Shut up, old man. Get lost.
Now get out of here before you get hurt bad. Move!
Hey, man, this guy's crazy. Let's get out of here. Come on.
Can you hear me? My boy, get up now. Get up, son. That's it, child. Come on now. Sit up. That's it. Get up, my boy. That's it. So how is he, doctor?
Are you a relative?
No, I found him on the street. He was unconscious, so I brought him here.
This young man is in bad shape. He's been very seriously beaten. He's not out of the woods yet.
Please, no.
I wouldn't have wanted it this way, but God's mercy be with him.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Almighty God, give us strength, strong faith, and keep us on the right path. Don't let us forget about you. Keep all troubles away from us. Oh, the most merciful, forgiving, and almighty God. Please answer my prayers and heal this person from this illness. You are the healer for everything. There is no one but you who can create a solution for every problem and every trouble. Please save this helpless person from his pain and troubles. Dear God, you are the creator of the whole humanity and universe. Without you, we cannot save ourselves from the troubles we have now. For this reason, I ask help only from you. I ask help for the sake of all your beautiful names. Protect us and give us true faith which will make us closer to you. Help us live a life which you will be very pleased with. Dear God, please hear my prayers. Heal this boy and give him strong health. Protect him from anything which will make him suffer.
Everybody who saw me that night said I looked dead, and on the outside I was. But deep within my soul, I was reborn that night. It was as though my soul left my body, as though I could see everything that happened. I could see my mother and Arif praying for me. My faith was so weak. Prayer, worship, they were foreign to me. But in that situation, I could see the power of prayer was incredible. I felt it moving through my flesh, my bones, my muscles, everywhere. Every place it reached was restored and revived.
All creatures cry out loud the divine truth that is their existence, but somehow these sounds are muted when it comes to mankind. Allah's divine mercy manifests itself differently in men. It calls out to your conscience with a special voice.
That's what happened to me. It began slowly. I became aware of the voices that proclaimed from that moment onwards. That night, I heard the voice of my conscience much more clearly.
The voice of conscience is so clear and so strong that it can shake the throne of heaven with every prayer that is uttered. Like marrow in the bone or blood in the vein, prayer carries life to every organ of the body.
That night I understood everything you've been saying. I tell you, I can't explain it. There's no rational or mathematical explanation. But that night, I felt as though I'd established a relationship with God. I felt this in my heart.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
What is it, Doctor?
His pulse is 75, sir. His blood pressure is normal, too.
His internal injuries, they've been healed in one night. This is impossible.
Praise the Lord.
Kerem, my boy!
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
Kerem, how is he doing, Doctor?
Good. Very well. But please, everybody, outside.
My son. Damn it all! What happened to him? Who did this, huh?
Sir, your son needs to rest, please.
Kerem! Hey, good morning, my boy.
Good morning.
How do you feel? You better today?
A little bit, Dad.
Good. A man should be able to fight. Give a punch, take a punch. Yeah, you lost, but so what? Nah, you'll win next time.
Hey, Dad. That man.
Which man, son?
The man who brought me to the hospital. Did he tell you his name or anything? Who was he?
I don't know, Karen. He was a bookseller from Bayzit Market or something. I wrote his address down somewhere, but he was a scruffy-looking guy anyway. Seriously, I don't know where you find guys like that.
I didn't find him. He found me, Dad. If it weren't for him, I'd barely have escaped those three guys.
God knows. I tried to pay him back for his kindness. He wouldn't take it. I guess he didn't like what I offered him.
Not him. That man wasn't about to save a life for money.
What do you mean, save a life? He was passing by, he saw you, he called the ambulance, that's all. Why wouldn't he do that, at least?
No, Dad. What he did was much more than that. Believe me.
Anyway, boy, you're thinking too much. You get well as soon as you can. A job is waiting for you. So eat up.
Hello.
Hello.
I was just looking for Arif.
He's at the mosque. It's prayer time.
But the shop's empty. The door's open.
Arif's shop will be just fine. In Allah we trust.
Well, what about thieves?
What will thieves do with books anyway? I wish they would steal them. Welcome. Come in.
Thank you. You were at the mosque praying? God will be
Well,
pleased.
let's hope so.
Do you pray regularly?
I try not to miss or delay them.
Isn't it a little hard to do, day after day?
Allah gave us 24 hours in each day. He wished us to set apart just 1 hour for Him. We have 23 hours for ourselves, so I honor His generosity. When you repeat prayer, its sweetness increases by leaps and bounds. Please, my friend, sit down. Sit right here by the stove. So then, how can I help you today, Kerem?
Actually, you helped me quite enough. You saved my life.
I don't think so. Only God gives us life, you know. I didn't save it. The Lord used me as His instrument.
I wondered what I could do to pay you back for your kindness.
For God's sake, don't talk like that, my son. You were a man in need of some help, and I was there. What should I have done? Turned my back and walked off?
I hope my father wasn't rude with you, Arif.
Please don't worry. When he saw his son in the hospital in that condition, he lost his senses.
I wanted to ask. That night you prayed for me, didn't you?
I tried to recite some things. The best I could, anyway.
Arif, sir. I need to tell you something. I didn't much believe in these things. I'd say, what good are prayers? Who's to hear? Who's to answer?
When I pray, I try to feel my own smallness. I seek refuge in the magnificent Creator who made everything. I try to bind my weakness to His everlasting spiritual might. I become like the lights of an entire city turned on by a single button. Everything comes to life and becomes my friend in that instant.
Something else happened that night.
What happened?
My mother, who had been lost in a traffic accident, was there too. She was praying just like you did. She said similar things too. I could hear and understand everything.
Flesh is a cage, and the soul is a bird. When it finally escapes the flesh's cage, the heart is refined. It starts to beat its wings in the cosmos. It sees the invisible, hears the inaudible.
I rebelled against my mother's death right up to that moment. I couldn't accept it. I rejected fate. But I saw my mother, and she was praying just like you were, with the same warmth, sincerity, and overwhelming sense of caring. So my mother hadn't vanished.
Her death is not an absence, not a sentence, not nothingness. It is a journey in which we'll all meet again shortly. They're waiting for us. So you see, my boy, one who waits knows what he waits for.
Yes, I saw my mother. In that instant, everything came apart. It was as if my confusion calmed itself.
Allah must love you and your mother very much. He took your mother into His presence early and made her your spiritual guide. Didn't the experience do you good?
Yes, the experience was good.
May Allah show rich mercies to your mother, my friend.
It's a good coincidence that you own a bookstore. I also wanted to buy some books. It'll be hard to carry these to the car.
You bought some very valuable books, young man. But I understand your purpose. I understand it well. You're trying to find a way to pay me back out of your feelings of generous gratitude. Would you like to know something else? Allah is like that too. When He wants to make gains for a servant, He creates many means. Those means lead a servant to good and unselfishness towards others. Your mother's terrible accident, the attack of those men who tried to rob you that day. Now I'm going to sell you those books, all right, but I have a condition.
A condition?
Yes, you will have to read them all.
It's a deal.
All right then. Have a safe trip home now.
He's been reading in his room for a week without coming out. I'm going crazy.
He hasn't called me either. I'm getting so depressed.
You're depressed? Don't you have any tricks up your sleeve? Show the kid some attention. Do something for him. I don't know what, but... Look, you're making your parents worry here.
Yeah, you're right. My dad noticed that I haven't seen Karam for a long time. He's muttering to my mom now, hasn't this engagement lasted long enough?
Right. I have to do this myself. If you really intend to marry my son someday, there are still a lot of things for us to do.
So then let's do them, Chetan.
Mm-hmm. Son, what are you doing in here? Have you gone crazy?
I'm trying to pray.
You've gone nuts. Son, who put this stuff in your head? If you'd prayed before your mother died, it might have done some good. Maybe your mom wouldn't have died. Karam! Why are you turning your back to me? You're insulting me.
Dad, please stop.
You ought to be taking care of business instead of all this prayer nonsense, you stupid kid. And I work my fingers to the bone to earn money and pay the bills, while the young man here is busy with nonsense like prayers.
Father!
I should take you to a psychologist or something. You've gone nuts.
Stop
crazy.
that!
Look here. Either you straighten up and be a man, or I will make you
Enough!
a man with... Tomorrow morning, you be in my office by 8. That's it!
The 3 kinds of patience: to obey Allah's word, not rebel against Allah, have patience in pain and afflictions.
Won't His Highness grace our company?
He wants to eat in his room tonight, sir.
That's enough. Damn it. His mother might have died, but my wife of 25 years died too. He's not the only one who's suffering here.
Patience means man's living his whole life in wholeness. Good Lord, what is it now? Dad? What's going on?
It hasn't happened yet, but it's going to soon. Why won't you eat together with me now? Are you too good to eat dinner with your father
Please
now?
forgive me, Dad. I was so focused on this book. That's why I didn't come down with you.
Is that why you don't come to work? You're focusing on a book? What is it you're reading?
I'll be there tomorrow, Dad. Don't worry. I felt ill, and I thought I wouldn't be much use to you.
What's that book you're reading? Come on, give it here. Give it. So, you're studying the fine points of human duties, huh?
I am. As much as I can, anyway.
But don't you know you're transgressing the rights of a human being?
What do you mean, Dad?
Seville has waited for you to pull yourself together for months now. The girl gave you her heart, but she gets nothing in return from you. Isn't that your duty as a servant of God?
So, what should I do?
I don't know. You owe the girl something, though. Take her out somewhere nice. Do something fun with her, huh?
You're right about that.
Of course I am.
So, she went on about how we shouldn't do it or our love would get stale, so I played hard to get. Now she's banging on my door day and night.
I can't believe she didn't want to go for it in the first place.
Tell me about it. Making me jump through hoops like that. Who's she kidding?
A girl like that in this day and age? What you did was best. If she won't go for it, plenty more where she came from.
You can find one now if you like.
I wouldn't bother here. You won't find anything in this crowd. Let's try our luck down at the club.
Carol, don't you have a funny story to tell?
Huh? What's that?
Tell us a crazy drunk story. Come on, I could use a good laugh. So what do you got for us?
I'm not really in the laughing or joking mood tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
We can go to another club if you want. Maybe it'll cheer you up.
You go. I can't make it this time. Sorry, guys.
Well, then I'm going to. See you later, guys. Happy hunting.
See ya.
Mehmet, man. What the hell is wrong with him?
You ain't kidding. He's all twisted around.
Don't worry. Seville will find a way to pull him out of it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Karam, will you drive home, sweetheart?
I better not drive.
I have a headache, Karam. Come on, can't you drive, baby? We're only heading home. Come on.
All right, sure.
Thank you.
Thank the Lord we got here safe and sound. I'll see you tomorrow, Seville.
What? Aren't you coming in?
Coming in where?
To our place. Mom's not home. We can have a cup of coffee.
Seville, it's better if I don't come in.
Please, Karam?
And you said you had a headache. Why don't you lie down and rest?
I do, but it doesn't hurt nearly as much when you're with me. Since you brought it up, maybe we can talk about why my head's been hurting lately, don't you think?
I'm not really in the mood to talk about this, Seville, if you don't mind.
Karam, come on. Let's have a cup of coffee at least. Can't we be together even for a minute? I promise that's it. I'll be on my best behavior.
All right. I'll come in for some coffee.
Why don't you sit down and I'll go make the coffee?
All right.
Here I am.
Seville?
I thought maybe we'd have a glass of champagne before the coffee.
Seville, what are you doing?
Karam, what's the harm in this? Can't I kiss the man that I love?
Seville. Seville, don't.
Karam, why are you acting like this? What's your problem?
It's wrong, Seville. We're not married yet.
What does marriage matter? The two of us is what counts.
I guess so, but still...
Don't hurt me like this, Karam. I never withheld affection from you, remember? For God's sake, Karam, what you're doing here is really hurting my feelings. If you just had a little male pride in you, you wouldn't act like this, Karam.
Seville, what are you saying?
Karam, don't you love me?
For a minute I was very scared, because in the end I was still just a young man. But Seville was a girl whom everybody saw as my future wife. If we had stayed together that night, nobody would have thought anything wrong. But I couldn't do it. I didn't. My conscience held me back. I finally listened to the voice of my conscience.
How many people have tripped up in such similarly delicate situations? There is no horse that doesn't stumble. But it is hard for them to get back on their feet once they have fallen. That is why it is important to stand firmly at some point.
I might have slipped up, but the words that Arif recited to me were ringing in my ears.
And what did Arif say?
I had asked about patience. He said patience came in 3 forms. He read this from a book. He read with great feeling, and it really affected me. The first patience is not to rebel, not to sin, and to be lawful. To be firm in perseverance, he said.
The self is like an unbroken horse. If it is trained firmly and systematically, it will eventually become tame and under control. You have to ride to the shores you want to reach on a mount that you can control, my friend. A journey on an untrained and unbroken horse could certainly prove fatal for the rider at any moment.
He also said that the sinful self is insatiable.
As his sins increase, man loses his spirituality. He closes his eyes to the truth. He embraces the world as if he would never die. He knows neither what is allowed nor what is forbidden.
What do you mean you don't want to see Seville? What is this? You want to drive me crazy? How am I going to tell Seville's father about this? You want to ruin my business as well as my sanity?
No, Dad. I just don't want to do something wrong and sink into sin.
Son, are you crazy? What sin is it to have a good time with the very woman you're going to marry anyway? Just because she wanted to, you're going to break it off with her?
I think if you thought calmly and rationally about this, you would see that I'm right.
Don't you lecture me, kid. Get the idea of breaking up with Seville out of your mind and make up with the girl as soon as you can. And first thing in the morning tomorrow, you start working with me whether you like it or not. I'll throw you out of this house!
I'm not afraid of you throwing me out, Dad. But I don't want to hurt your feelings this way, okay? So I'll be there first thing in the morning.
Don't make me force you.
Oh, Mom. Life's been so hard without you. Our home has become oppressive, suffocating, stifling. You know, Mom, you were the blessing, the peacefulness of our home. I've been so afraid since I lost you, Mom, but now I know you hear me. And I know that you miss me. I miss you too. I think about you every day. I hope that Allah will reunite us in heaven. Mom, the purity of a good child comes from following his parents' path. With God's help, I will always try to follow your path. I miss you so much. Rest in peace, Mom. Rest in peace.
Sir, please, give me my money. I beg you, give me my money back. For God's sake, sir.
Listen, pal. Didn't you sign over this real estate deed with your own hand? And didn't I pay you what we'd agreed upon down to the last penny?
But, sir, I guess I misunderstood you. I thought I had sold just the part of the lot looking out to the road. But the lawyer said that I had sold you all of it. It's worth twice what you paid me.
Then you should have read the contract more carefully, shouldn't you? Basil, get these people out of my sight, and don't let them in again.
Hey, let me go.
Get out.
Mister, I
Get
beg
out.
you, please. Mister, don't do this to me. Please,
Yeah,
mister,
yeah.
I beg
Tell
you,
your
let
story
me go.
walking.
Lord, give me patience.
Good morning, Dad.
Ah, Karam, what a surprise. So you remembered you had a father this morning, huh?
For goodness sake, Dad, when did I forget you?
It's been since your mother died. You forgot both me and yourself. You hid yourself in a make-believe world, as if you were wandering in a dream.
Who was that man out there, with his family all begging and pleading?
Just some stupid fool. He sold us some land a while ago. Now he's sorry. He's weeping and wailing. Forget it.
But he said there was a mistake.
Well, he shouldn't have signed the contract then. A mistake? This is business. You have to be tough. You can't make mistakes. If you can't crush people, they'll crush you. Time to stop running around and learn the business, boy.
Basil, how are you?
I'm good, Kedem.
Who were those people earlier?
What are you talking about?
Come on, man, the people you dumped out on the street.
They were the former owners of the lot that your father just bought. They were sorry they sold the lot, so they tried to make some trouble. I guess there was a little house or something on that lot. Don't throw us out of our house, they said. They were just looking for more money.
So where is this lot, anyway?
You know your little farm in O'Merrily? It's out that way. Just a kilometer past there.
Great, Faisal, thanks. This must be it.
Get out of here! You won't take my house away from me! Go away, I said!
Heal me, wait! I come as a friend, please, sir.
Who are you?
My name is Karam. I came to try and help you. Just listen to me.
You know, I've learned not to trust people like you. But you seem all right, I guess.
What do you mean, people like me?
Rich people, I mean. They can't be trusted.
Don't worry. I'm not one of those. I'll straighten your problems out. You'll get your money.
We'll see, kid. But when it's Chetan you're in business with, things are hard to straighten out. Oh, thank you. I'm finally getting what my land is worth. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. You have put a stop to a great injustice, you know. But what if Chetan finds out about this?
Don't worry about that. That's fine. You get your things together and take your family back to your village. Chetan won't be able to find you. I promise he won't.
We'll go right away. Of course we'll go. What business do I have in a place like Istanbul, anyway? Allah bless you, sir. You're a great man. I don't know how you managed to do this, but you outsmarted that Chetan, didn't you? God bless you, son.
I couldn't stop thinking about whether what I had done was a good thing or not.
Your father did him an injustice. It is good to correct an injustice. But do you think it's right to replace one man's injustice with another, Karam?
Perhaps what I did was wrong. But I reasoned anyway that I have a right to my father's assets and wealth. I was his only son. It would have been mine eventually.
You were the only son. But did you ever think about which one of you was going to die first? Do you think death is by sequence?
No, I didn't think about it that way. I might have died first and not been heir to his money. But you did see I had good intentions.
Good intentions can certainly earn merits one couldn't gain otherwise. But when it's a matter of human rights, things will and always do change, even with good intentions.
The pitiful state of that poor family affected me a lot.
That will have a different reward. However, the ways to correct an error such as this are step by step. So then, what was your father's reaction?
He didn't know what had happened at first. But then, after a little while, he learned what happened with Hilmi.
Karam! Are you praying in here again? You are gonna go off your head pretty soon. Get out here, quick! Get out here right now, I said! Your father is calling you, you disrespectful brat! Get up, boy! Damn it!
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Allah, I care for nothing in this world. I seek only you. Give me the strength to not stray from your path, Allah. What is it, Dad?
How long do these prayers last, boy? You sure are caught up in all this, aren't you?
Praying for me is like breathing, Dad. The problem isn't that it's endless, it's that it does end.
Don't get smart with me. I need to ask you something. And I need honest answers from you.
I'm listening.
Someone came into my office and has stolen my money.
It wasn't all your money, you know. All but the amount of the value of Hilmi Ustaulu's land.
How do you know about Hilmi Ustaulu and his land's value, huh?
Because I took the money from you.
Have you lost your mind? How could you do something like this? Do you know how much damage you've done to me and my business with this? Forget that. What you did was just plain theft. How could you do this to me?
Yes, but Dad, you got hold of his property deed unjustly and made the poor man's whole family miserable. They lost their home. I only gave the money to the ones who should have it.
What do you think, you're Robin Hood? How could you steal your own father's money? Who's putting you up to this, huh? Look here, tell me. Who put this idea in your head, damn it? Are you working with someone on all of this? Who put you up to it, Karam?
Must it be somebody else telling me to do the right thing? I listen to my conscience.
What are you talking about?
Look, Dad. It's about God. We have to pay him what he is due. There's punishment for injustices. Why persist in error? And whose property are you taking from whom?
You were gonna drive me crazy, damn it. What do you mean, whose property?
All property is owned by Allah.
Look here. Do you know how I got to where I am? I got to this place digging with my fingernails. My property is my property. Nobody gave it to me, boy. Now he wants to preach a sermon to me. Damn you, why did you steal from me?
I didn't steal your money. I gave it back to the rightful owner you'd unjustly taken it from. But maybe I did do something wrong. If need be, I'll earn it and pay you back.
Oh, how nice. He steals my money, and now he's gonna work and pay me back. What kind of faith is this?
For the last time, I didn't steal your money, Dad. I protected other people's money from you.
That's enough!
Hello, Seville. You're downstairs? I'm coming down. Listen, Dad. My fiancé's here. Please excuse me.
Rizzo, he just left the house. You follow him like I told you to. And do whatever you need to the man backing him. You understand? All right.
Sorry, I forgot all about our date.
I don't believe you, Karam.
Calm down.
I don't believe you forgot about our date.
All right, forgive me, Sophia. I'm absent-minded these days. I just forgot.
Absent-minded doesn't cut it. You shouldn't forget this. If we're engaged to be married, you should learn to program your life around me, at least a little bit.
All right, I'll be more careful next time. I told you, I'm all confused these days.
Oh, you're a little confused, are you? Yeah, as if you weren't before. You've never been right in the head, have you? And last night you walked off and left me like that? No more fooling around. From now on, I'm going to take control of this relationship. There's just a little while left till we get married. There's still a ton of stuff to do, but you've got to get your head together first. Look, I know your mother died. I've tried to show some understanding.
What did you say?
What do you mean? I didn't say anything. I was explaining myself.
You said something about my mother.
I didn't say anything, sweetie. I just said I've tried to show understanding since your mother died, but it's time to move on.
Stop the car.
What?
Stop the car, Seville.
Come on, Karam, stop joking around. Why should I stop the car?
I told you to stop. You can't talk about my mother as if she were some casual acquaintance. More to the point, that is none of your business. Look, I just mean you shouldn't talk that way, okay?
Karen, what are you doing?
Well, if you haven't noticed, you and I are miles and miles apart in the way we look at life. And it doesn't look like this rift is going to close. I say let's stop this marriage business before either of us suffers any more hurt. If we go get married just because our fathers are good friends, it's gonna end in disaster.
Karen, what the heck are you doing? Stop, Karen! Karen, come back here! You think you can just walk away from me, Karen? You think so?
Arv, sir.
Huh?
When she started talking about my mother, I snapped.
Give me that. Anyhow, you say you don't care for Seville anymore. You're saying, if I marry her, I do it unwillingly.
That's right. We talked about this before. It wouldn't be a happy marriage.
All right, then. Looking at it from the girl's point of view, you've just abandoned her without warning.
But, brother, I told you. It was best for both of us.
My boy, there is a right way and a wrong way to break up with people. Maybe what you did was for the best. But I'm afraid there's no reward I know out there for doing things improperly.
What do you mean by that? How's it improper?
Look, Kerem. Seville is upset right now. She won't be thinking very clearly for a while, so it will probably take her a little while to understand that what you did was really the best move for everyone.
I guess.
Now, while she's figuring this out, she'll be angry. She might say or do some things that she wouldn't otherwise.
Yeah, I'd expect so.
She'll most likely attribute all these problems to you, to your adherence to your faith. She'll despise your piety. She won't understand it, and she will be alienated from it, and look on it with hatred.
But you don't think she'd understand?
Whether or not someone believes is a very big issue. It's not to be taken lightly. To bring someone into the faith is worth all kinds of troubles, Kerem.
But Seville is very close to this sort of thing.
I know, my boy. I don't think it went as it should. I think you should talk to her again. You need to convince her that the separation is best for both of you.
I wish I could have done it earlier, but she was just so angry at me.
Anyway, we can talk about this later. It's time to pray soon, and we don't want to be late for that. Come along.
Well, look at that. So the young master's partner owns a bookstore.
What do you mean?
Hey man, didn't Chetan say the boy'd be hanging out with his partner in crime tonight?
Yeah, but this guy's some poor old bookworm. What could he have to do with this?
Well, you never know, do you? Let's just follow Chetan's orders, okay?
Hey, Dad. My God, why did you do this?
What did I do, son? Take it easy, whatever it is.
Dad, don't act as if you didn't know. You had Arv's shop completely destroyed. What do you want from that poor man?
I think you've lost your mind, Kerem. Who's Arif? What are you talking about, son? I didn't do anything. Maybe Allah did it to him.
What?
If it was really some kind of big disaster that happened, it means that this Arif or whoever was a bad person. And now your Allah has handed him down his punishment.
Dad, do you even understand what you sound like right now?
No, Kerem. I don't. My ears can't hear a single word about Allah and his greatness since your mother was taken from me.
Listen, Dad, please. Do you want to force me to have to hate you talking this way?
Don't you hate me anyway, Kerem? If you loved me, wouldn't you do what I wanted you to do?
But what you want me to do is wrong, Dad.
What does that mean, wrong? I'm working and making a living. You think it's easy to manage all this business and wealth? If you don't do your business like I do, you'll never earn a cent.
I'd rather not work than do that.
I can see that by how you've been acting. Was that why you left Seville?
What do you mean by that, Dad?
Listen up, Karam. I'm running a business, and I use certain methods to get things done. You are going to conform to these methods without further protest. And you need to go out there and make up with Seville right now. You will marry that girl immediately. End of story.
Or what?
Or you will never see my face ever again, Karam. And you will have no inheritance either.
Rather than stay here with you the rest of my life and eat your stale bread of corruption, I would rather take to the streets and starve. Dad, you're forcing me towards evil. You interrupt my prayers? Isn't that an injustice?
I've only ever wanted what is good for your future, son. To have this, you have to play the game by the rules. I see this. If you say you see nothing here but God, fine then. Go and starve. Live on the street. Ungrateful brat, damn you!
I'm going now. You're my father, and I love you for that. I will come to you whenever you have need of me. Just please don't ask me to commit sins or keep me from my worship.
Shall I get your car ready, Karam?
You can have the car and everything else. I might not have done this. I might have endured my father. But his behavior had spread beyond himself and started to hurt everybody around him. I couldn't stand to see him like that. Then he was pushing me towards sin. I couldn't do it.
When you ran away from your father, where did you run to?
To a more comfortable surrounding, to a place where I could be a better believer, a place where no one would interfere with my worship.
To believe more comfortably? Or just to more comfort?
Well, what's the difference between the two?
Deceits of the self are numerous. It lays many traps in every surrounding, and in each belief there is a deception. For instance, could you have acted differently towards your father, in the name of truth and justice and belief? Did you ask your conscience that, Karam?
But everything I said, everything I did offended him. There was nothing left I could do.
You yourself did not have to tell him everything. Did you seek and find someone who could tell him or who could persuade him, for instance, as Arif did for you once?
I didn't think of that.
Then, what was the second patience which Arif read to you from the book?
It was showing patience and obedience to Allah and worship. The patience to be firm, in not neglecting worship in all circumstances and surroundings.
So despite your lesson in patience, don't you think your flight was hasty?
That's true. I left without doing everything that I should have tried to do. Are all the details here so subtle? Are they based on subtleties that haven't occurred to me?
The detailed account we review is of all the talents you were given. Every suffering and misery you suffered is deducted from this total. The pain of even a thorn in your foot is deducted from the account, Karam.
So you were judging my life. All right, but merciful Allah, if you don't help me, what will happen then?
In the worldly life, true prayer is whatever the heart requests of God. Good or bad, whatever comes from the heart is ultimately received. You talked with Arif once about seeking atonement for your sins. Whereas should you not have asked for God's pardon and mercy?
I suppose I brought my own troubles on myself, didn't I? But my father's denial was just unbearable for me.
How many prophets through the years, how many saints as well, have continually stepped over the threshold of unbelievers. They did not miss the smallest of opportunities, and ran back to their doors again and again. If they tried this thousands and thousands of times, then where did you run to when he frowned at you after you only tried his door a couple of times?
But when I left, I told him that I loved him as my father. I told him that I'd come to him whenever he wanted. I wasn't running away. Perhaps it was losing sight of him a little.
You have a very impressive scholastic record here, Karam. It appears you've done very well in all of your areas of study. Also, supplementary to your academics, some of your training and certificates show how qualified you are for the position. All in all, you look like a great candidate for the job.
Thank you, sir.
But unfortunately, there's no possibility of hiring you.
Well, why's that?
Because you have no real work experience, Karam.
I see. Thanks anyway.
Unfortunately, sir, the position has already been filled.
Oh, that's too bad.
We'll keep your resume on file for future openings, Karam.
Hello, Chetan? I didn't hire Karam at your request, sir, but the boy seems very capable and qualified. Let me know if you change your mind.
I'm sure you'll find some better applicants, Earl. Thanks again for the favor.
Chetan, sir. He really has a very solid resume. I wish I could have worked with Karam.
You might in the future, Nejmi, my friend.
Chetan, I think he'd be a great employee. It's not right for you to hold him back like this. Why don't you let him work?
Once he comes to his senses, then you can hire him, Namek. Thanks for the help, friend. My stubborn donkey of a son. Do you see now how powerful your father has been for years in this business?
Arif, my friend, I can't understand it. These people loved my resume. They told me I make a fine worker. But none of them will touch me with a 10-foot pole. It's as if a hidden power were holding me back somehow.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, my friend. Don't worry about it.
So what should I do, Arif? What do you think?
Be my partner. Work with me here.
That's kind of you. But it was my fault that your place was wrecked to begin with, wasn't it?
That's why we must start everything over once again, Karam. Right from zero.
What do you mean?
How much is this one?
For you, that's 5 liras.
You go and say your noon prayers
All right,
now.
brother. I'm charging her 5 liras
All
for
right.
that.
Oh, I'll be taking the books downstairs. There are a lot of police wandering around.
Okay.
Let's
Arif.
go. Good. All set?
I'll take it. Thank you.
We have many other books if you're interested.
I think I'll come back later and look. Goodbye.
How much for this one?
5 liras.
Here you go.
Thanks a lot.
Goodbye.
Iskandar? My God, doesn't anyone want to talk to me anymore?
Get him. Run. The police are coming.
Come back here, you! Hold it! Wait! Come back here! Stop! Let's get that stuff together and take it in.
Let's clean this up.
You got it.
What's wrong with these guys?
Great.
Don't
They took all our books.
Nah, don't despair. They didn't get it all. Only some of them.
Yeah. And look here. We made enough money to rent out the shop we looked at yesterday.
Thank goodness.
Now, if those cops would only read the books.
Well, at least they might give them to somebody who will read them.
That's right, Commissioner. Thank you very much. Well, word is coming to us continually about that lowlife named Arif, and we just pass it on to you. You can do whatever is necessary to stop him. Oh, no trouble at all. Well, you know, I've heard something else. They say he's even been selling dope from time to time. Yeah. Yeah. Very good, Commissioner. My respects to His Honor the Mayor. Thank you. Thanks. There you go, Karam, my boy. I won't leave you in peace until you understand you won't even be able to sell your books on the street if I don't allow you to. Yep.
Hello there, Dad.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm doing some little jobs here and there.
Really? So how's it going?
The police have been hassling us, so now we're opening up a little shop.
Son, are you crazy? Why are you pushing all these benefits away from you? You could come and run this company.
We've already talked this over, Dad. It isn't possible for us to work together like this, unless you give up your old habits. And I didn't come for that reason. I came to see how you were doing. How are you? Do you need anything?
Yeah. I could use 30 liras. You have it?
Yeah, I think I could help you out.
Boy, I think you're losing it. What do I want with your 30 liras? Here, I'll give you 3,000 liras. Here, have 30,000. All right, don't come work for me. Just set yourself up right. If you want a bookstore, set one up. Set up a publishing house. Do what you want. But come back to me, son, huh?
Thanks anyway, Dad. I've tasted honest gain for the first time. Now it's very hard to leave it. Here's my new phone number. You can call it whenever you like. I miss you, Dad. And I think you probably miss me, too.
All right. You'll find out now. Are the people more powerful, or is the ruler? Hello? Go get me the number for the narcotics police. Don't go anywhere. You just wait for my call. I'm going to give you a very important job today.
You're just so intelligent, Arif. Your aid to poor students is so well organized. I'm feeling so much more at ease these days, and I sleep so much better at night.
Kerem, since the first day when I met you, there is something we have not cleared up yet.
Well, what is it, Arif? Is something wrong?
No, not at all. It's not really a sin, but it is kind of strange behavior. It's about your attitude towards people helping one another. Why are you always so surprised at people doing good deeds? It's a natural thing. It's something that should be done more often.
You're right. Actually, you shouldn't be able to sleep when it's not that way, should you, Arif? They've come for the packages. Just in time, right?
We're ready. Go let them in.
Come on in.
Narcotics police. We have to search your house.
Well, do you have a search warrant for
Yes.
this?
Just let us do our jobs, please. Go in and look around, boys.
Yes, sir. Got it. Here, sir. We found it.
All right, we're leaving. We found what we're looking for. Are you Kerem Özden?
I am.
Is this your bag?
It is, but I don't know what's going on.
Get moving. You're coming with us.
Just a minute, sir. This must be some kind of mistake.
Stay out of this, please, sir. Here's the evidence. What mistake can there be?
All right, Arif. I think I get it now. It's my father again. Let's go, officers.
Come on.
Your father's here.
Hello there, Dad.
I don't know what to say. I'll save you from going to jail.
Thank you so much, Dad. And God bless you.
You should be thanking me from now on, kid. Instead of Allah. I have one condition. You have to come home with me and do whatever I say.
I can't do that, Dad. I just can't.
What do you mean? In your book, doesn't it say that you should honor your father?
That's right. It does.
And?
I will honor you as my father however you wish. I'll be your doormat even. But I can't commit sins for you. This is God's commandment. I'm sorry, Dad, but I can't accept your help.
So, you're ready to go to jail, are you?
I am.
Yes, of course, my friend. Oh, I'll have to call you back. Ah, what a surprise, Ruchan, sir. If I knew you were coming, I could have prepared something. Please sit down.
Don't worry. In the future, you won't have to worry about seeing me again.
Excuse me, but I don't understand.
Your worthless son won't marry my daughter.
I know that, but
I'm through with him too. But also,
I want somebody else to manage my business. Turn over the safe to its real owner immediately.
Well, I beg you, Ruchan, sir. I'll be ruined. I won't be able to survive anymore. I'll be wiped out in this business.
Chatton, perform this last duty for me now. I don't have time to waste on you. Hurry up.
Don't do it. Maybe there's another way. Maybe I can...
Damn it!
Daddy?
It's nice to see you, Arif.
You've lost weight, Karim.
I'm sure I'll get it back.
Karim, I've investigated this matter somewhat. I think your father, he laid some kind of trap for you. He placed the package himself, and then he went and informed the police. I just talked with a lawyer friend of mine, and God willing, my friend, we will have you out of here in no time at all, I promise.
God willing, Arif.
How did it feel to be slandered and thrown in jail by your very own father?
It opened my eyes to certain truths. Under those harsh conditions, I felt other subtleties of my conscience. I experienced the sweetness of faith.
And how did you find this sweetness?
The mortal and ugly face of the world becomes even more bitter there. The next world then becomes more brilliant and brighter still. You could see the road to eternity, and the combined weight of your sins, and the good deeds that extenuate them.
The weight of which sins, my friend?
Not being a good son to my mother. Not being as useful to my father as I could have been. I wasted a large part of my life doing nothing. It was as if I had found my way, but it was the burden of not knowing if I was on the right road.
And the extenuating good deeds of yours?
I did believe. I had lost the fear of obliteration. I felt as privileged to worship as anyone, like an ordinary person.
And wasn't this experiencing the third patience?
Yes. To be patient before all troubles and misfortunes, not to complain of Allah or to Allah of my troubles.
Being patient before your troubles and misfortunes is somewhat like the blooming of a mature fruit tree, my friend. It makes the sins which have clung to it fall away. This is the peak of patience, a patience which shows itself at the first blow of trouble and misfortune. Such patience truly cleanses the soul, purifies man, and extenuates his sins.
It's over now, son.
Thanks, Arif. How are you?
I am well, thank God. How are you?
God bless, brother. I had to suffer, but I suffered and survived. Arif, my father, I heard he was sick. I think they took him to the hospital. Is he going to be okay?
We lost your father. May Allah have mercy on him.
My dad. He's dead? But so what happened?
It was very strange. He fell and hit his head on the ground. Some people say it was a heart attack. It was a strange death.
What did the police say?
There were some suspicious things. They're looking into it. You know, these things take a while. Anyway, may God forgive his faults. Let's go now. You were his only heir, you know, Karim. All his goods and wealth are yours.
Look, Arif, I can't touch that money. I'm going to give it all to the poor and the needy for my father's sake. I'll found a charity if need be. I hope This will be best for my father.
This is a very fine idea. And haven't we gotten used to starting life from nothing over and over again?
I guess so. God bless you, brother.
God bless you.
If it is destined, fortune and wealth will come to us. It suits me if it's honest.
I've come to take the money that is owed to me, my boy.
Don't even try it. That's money my father left to me, and it's not even mine anymore anyway. I promised myself I was gonna give it to the poor.
Whose money are you giving away to whom, kid? This is my money. Your father owned it on paper, that's all.
No. How could that be? My father never mentioned anything like that to me.
You wouldn't have understood things anyway. That's why he didn't tell you.
Anyway, let's get back to our business. Since you didn't want to join our family, you'll have to give back every penny of it.
I don't think I understand exactly what you mean. I already told you. The money's no longer mine. I can't give it.
All right already. Don't be difficult. I'm losing my patience. These guys won't show you any pity. If you want to live, you'll do what I say. Come on, damn it!
No, I can't do it. I will not sign those papers.
That's up to you. I'll be in the car waiting your decision.
We didn't want to rough you up like that, but you insisted.
He's seen one too many movies. I guess he wants to be a hero.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's finish this!
This is what you wanted.
Take that! Even if you kill me, you'll never get any of the money! It's so strange. The property we were fighting over caused my father's death, and it didn't benefit him. I wanted to donate this money, which I didn't know the origin of, and that didn't work. Then those men killed me, and the wealth didn't benefit them.
For them it was always easy come and easy go. You, however, wanted to turn that tainted money to a good and noble cause, so you are protected from it. Your intentions have been written down as a good deed, my friend.
This is divine wisdom. He does one deed, and 1,000 wisdoms shine.
To those who speak the language of the wisdom of being, the doors are always opened, and the bridges are built to the valleys of truth.
Which door will open for me now?
Are you ready to find out your fate now?
I'm ready, but very afraid. I'm shivering. I have hope, but my sins are many.
Didn't you expect this accounting?
When the account is coming, it's very hard to compare with those who are not believing. There's no excuse, no escape, many sins, few religious duties, most good deeds have not gone beyond good intentions.
Those traveling on the way do not lose their good intentions here. And to those who have left the way, there is nothing that can help them now.
I asked you in the beginning, do you think I'm on the road?
I do not know this. But if you like, we can wait together and see.
The ink of life in the pen of power has come to an end. In this great meeting place, stretching to endlessness, no one has suffered injustice or been treated unjustly. If good things have been given, they were given graciously, as a favor.
Praises to you, Allah. I was not worthy. How great is your compassion. Allah, I wish I could return to the world and shout your praises to all of mankind. All thanks to you. Thanks to you.